Hello and welcome. I'm a hotel AI expert, and I'm so pleased to welcome all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, to your online learning journey. It's so easy in our business to look at a bustling lobby, a full restaurant, and think, wow, we're crushing it. But what if I told you that focusing on being busy instead of being profitable is the single biggest mistake a hotel can make? Today, we're going to dive into why that happens and explore the integrated system that top hotels use to drive real, sustainable profit.
Okay, let's start with this quote because it's really the foundation for everything we're going to discuss. It completely flips the old way of thinking on its head. See, it's not about having a superstar sales team that works in a vacuum or an incredibly efficient housekeeping department that doesn't talk to anyone else. Real, lasting profit, it comes from getting every single part of the hotel working together, like a finely tuned engine.
So here's our game plan for today. We'll start by looking at the old silo mindset versus a modern, system-wide approach. Then we'll actually map out the hotel value chain. After that, we're going to dig into room revenue, but maybe not in the way you're used to thinking about it. We'll uncover some hidden profit centers, and then we'll bring it all together to show why collaboration is the absolute key to it all.
All right, let's kick things off by looking at two totally different philosophies for running a hotel. One is, frankly, how most places operate, and the other is how the really profitable ones do it.
On one side, you've got the siloed approach. This is where every department is kind of its own little kingdom. Picture this. The sales manager is taking a victory lap because they booked a massive group. Awesome, right? But to land that deal, they offered a huge room discount and threw in free breakfast. So while sales is celebrating, the F&B manager is looking at their margins, and they're just destroyed. Everyone hit their individual target, but the hotel as a whole, it made less money. Now, on the other side, you have the holistic system. Here, everyone is focused on one shared goal, like the total net profit per guest. And that single shift in focus changes absolutely everything.
So, if we know silos are the problem, how do we actually break them down? How do we build that coordinated system? Well, the answer starts with mapping out your hotel's value chain. You should really think of this as the master blueprint for profit.
Now, when you hear a value chain, it might sound a bit academic, like something out of a textbook. But it's not. It's the real A to Z story of your guest's journey with you. I mean, it starts way before they ever step foot in your lobby, maybe with an ad they see on Instagram. It continues through their booking, their check-in, every meal, every interaction, all the way to that follow-up email you send after they leave. Every single one of these moments is a chance to add value and, yes, to generate profit.
So here's how it breaks down. Step 1 is all about market positioning and pricing. That's deciding who you are and what you're worth. Step 2 is sales and distribution, how you actually get your hotel in front of the right people. 3 is the big one, operations and service delivery. This is showtime, where you have to deliver on the promise. And finally, step 4 is post-stay and loyalty. This is how you turn a happy guest into a repeat customer and a raving fan. You can see how they're all connected, right? A weak link in any one of these steps can really compromise the entire chain.
Okay, let's zoom in on the one area that usually gets all the attention, but is also so often misunderstood: room revenue. It's time to really look beyond the surface-level numbers. Now, this might sound a little counterintuitive. I get it. But believe me, this is such a critical lesson for any future leader in this industry. A high average daily rate, or ADR, looks fantastic on a report. It looks great in the meeting, but it doesn't tell the whole story. In fact, it can hide some very serious problems.
This is the exact question I guarantee you will face in your careers. Your team is celebrating a record-breaking month for gross revenue, but the director of finance looks worried because the bottom line, the actual profit, hasn't moved. How does that happen? Well, it all comes down to the hidden costs of getting that revenue.
This chart explains it perfectly. Let's say you get a $200 booking. That's your gross revenue. Fantastic. But what if it came from an online travel agent who takes a 25% commission? Boom, $50 is gone, right off the top. Your net contribution is only $150. That's the number that actually pays the salaries, keeps the lights on, and generates profit. So smart optimization is always about maximizing that net number, not just chasing a high price.
Okay, so we know we need to focus on net contribution from rooms. Now, let's go on a little treasure hunt and explore the other parts of the hotel that are just packed with potential. We're talking about ancillary services.
And please, don't think of these as just amenities. You need to see them as powerful profit engines. Your spa, your meeting spaces, your parking garage, even unique in-room experiences. These services often have incredibly high profit margins once their fixed costs are covered. Weaving these offers into the guest journey at just the right moment can dramatically boost your total revenue per guest.
And look, let's put this in perspective. In a typical hotel, sure, rooms and F&B are the biggest pieces of the profit pie. But that 15% slice from ancillary services, that is often the most profitable piece of them all. It's high margin, extra revenue that you get without having to sell a single additional room. And that is why it is such a critical area for strategic growth.
So, we have our framework, the value chain. We know which numbers to focus on, but none of it works without the most important element, your people. Real profit optimization means we have to go back to that very first idea and tear down those silos for good.
This is what that profit command center looks like when it's working. You've got finance providing the real data on which bookings are actually profitable. Revenue management takes that and shapes the pricing strategy to attract more of them. Operations figures out how to deliver an amazing experience for those guests without blowing the budget. And sales? They go out and find more of that perfect, high-value business. It's a constant conversation. When these teams are talking every single day, that's when the magic really happens. And I have to emphasize, this isn't a set it and forget it kind of thing. The market, your guests, your competitors, they are all changing constantly. The most profitable hotels live in a perpetual cycle. They monitor their performance, they adjust their strategy based on real data, and they learn from every single success and every failure.
So, I'll leave you with this one question to carry with you into your careers. As you step into leadership roles, what kind of leader will you be? Will you be someone who builds up departmental walls, focused only on isolated excellence? Or will you be the one who builds bridges, the one who champions the collaboration that creates a truly profitable, integrated value chain? The future of hospitality is counting on leaders who choose the latter.